Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. As always, a very warm welcome to all the new subscribers and lots of love and regards to all the existing ones. The previous audio message, which was posted about 2 weeks ago, I have explained in detail as to what we can expect in the last 3 months of 2021. The fact that the emphasis in the last 3 months will be on releasing all what doesn't serve us, and what is it that we as a collective are supposed to do in our respective lives in order to ascend. So, in this audio, I will be sticking purely to the key highlights of October 2021. Anyone guided to connect for a reading can visit my website, which clearly explains how you can book a reading. And those of you who don't use PayPal or those of you seeking low cost readings can now connect with me on the new platform Fiverr. So, on that note, let us start this month with some positive affirmations for the collective. And your affirmations for this month are that there is always a solution for my highest good. In order to relinquish control, I simply let loose and I allow myself to be more childlike, because when I shine bright, I give others the permission to shine with me. The month of October is going to be especially significant for married people and karmics, which I will be explaining shortly. So, let us take a look at the main themes for October. Now, the main theme is karmic justice, balance, and karmic lessons being learned, divorce, endings, separations from all those people, situations that are not serving us, and how they will be playing in our life or how they will be playing out in our life depending upon what our past actions have been. In other words, reaping the rewards based on what we have done in the past, and of course, awakening to our higher self. Okay. Now, when I speak of karmic justice and balance, today being a new moon day, you will notice that in the days ahead, you will start seeing the results and divine blessings of all the shadow work or inner work that you have undergone rigorously in the last few months or years. You, especially the feminine twins, will realize, or perhaps you have already realized, that you do have the keys to free yourself from whatever it is that was holding you back in your life, in your career, or in your finances. Many of the feminine twins are meant to be great leaders, teachers, and guides, not just in the spiritual field, but in various fields. And whatever was holding you back, I see that as this month of October ends, you would have absolute clarity about your life ahead. You will know exactly in which direction you're headed, and many of you will be fully aligned to your life purpose as teachers, healers, shamans, and seasoned professionals, whether that is in the corporate sector or in your own business if you have one. So, the karmic justice in October will be your rewards and a sense of balance being restored in your life wherever it was lacking. Okay, for some it was emotional balance that was missing, for some it was financial balance that was missing. So, whatever it is that was lacking in your life, based on your past hard work and all the shadow work that you have done, you will start seeing that you will have solutions and a clear path ahead as this month comes to an end. Now, the second theme for October relates to divorce, endings, separations, and most importantly, karmic lessons and karmic endings. Now, let us try to see this from different perspectives, what it means. Uh, for example, you could be single, but your twin is married to someone, or both the people are are married to their respective partners, uh, or it could be a situation wherein one person is single and your twin may not have married but they are living with a karmic, okay, or they chose someone else over you. And of course, there is the last category of married or single people who are not even real twin flames, but they only use this term to hide behind a lustful or extramarital affair. And I understand that a lot of people get highly triggered hearing this, but I have to remind you, the listener, that among all the people who listen to audio messages, and among all the people that exist in this world, only hardly 5% of the world population would fall under the category of twin flames. Okay? In other words, this is an extremely rare connection that exists. And I sincerely, with folded hands, I'm requesting people to not blindly assume that their reality is based on the title of an audio message. Now, why do I say this? Because of two reasons. Firstly, in the last 3 weeks, I have come in contact with so many clients, to be very specific, 5 clients from the past, who in the past got highly triggered when I mentioned in my reading that the person you're dealing with is not a twin flame but a toxic karmic. And most importantly, I had clearly stated in my reading that based on your existing energy, I do not see any physical union for the next 3 years. And you'll be wasting your time going around in circles if you keep on chasing or putting your life on hold for this specific person. Now, at that time, 3 years ago, they did not like the reading, obviously, because the outcome was not as per their ego's desire. Okay? Today, however, those same 5 clients have come back for another reading with a new person. Okay? So they have clearly understood that the reading has come to pass and that the person they were stuck up with was not having any kind of future with them. And this is where your karmic lessons come into play. Now, I would like to reinforce the fact that when I'm doing a reading for someone, for anyone, I'm purely reading a person's energy and not what you look like or what you do in your personal life, or I have no idea about your background. I'm only looking at your energy, and your energy shows me your level of consciousness, which then makes me see how dense or how evolved someone is. This is never done with judgment. Instead, if someone approaches me for a reading and they pay me for it, it is my job to share exactly what I see. Now, the second example that I would like to give you is a very simple example. I had done an audio, it was a video which was only 4 minutes long, titled All Physical Unions Will Occur by 2023. Most people have taken time to see that 4-minute video. However, there were a tiny percentage that just blindly jumped onto the title, and they started questioning me on what basis did I make that timeline assumption. Now, if they only had the patience to view the entire video, because if you pause that audio or that video exactly at 2 minutes and 54 seconds, you will see the exact 4 points that must be attained by those people who are meant to be in a physical union, which means that even in that 4-minute video, I have clearly explained in as transparent way as possible that what will make you achieve a physical union and who will not achieve it. In other words, there was no BS, it was straight facts, okay? And never have I ever made huge or aimless assumptions on timelines or claim to be God. But it is very important for people to understand that if you don't have the patience to see even a 4-minute video, okay, and learn something or try to grasp what it's trying to tell you, then it is such a shame, because it shows that, you are basing your entire reality purely on the basis of one title, and that is giving your entire power away to a random person whom you don't even know. And this is exactly what your karmic lessons are. So what I'm trying to tell you is that if you act like a fool, you will only your foolish behavior will only lead to foolish kind of situations that make you feel like a fool in the end. Because then when I come back and say that, this, look at this, pause at 2 minutes and 54 seconds, what have you understood from this? Or you keep on making those same mistakes again and again and again without understanding what it's trying to teach you. This is what the karmic lesson is, that how are you reacting? If there are resources available, free resources, how are you learning from them? What are you doing with your time? Okay. So, my humble request to everyone, especially those who blindly read titles and make assumptions, please do not comment before you have read or heard the entire message. Whether there are 100 messages or there are 5, comments, I always personally reply to each and every one. I'm more than open and welcome to, any kind of feedback. But it is really important that when someone is spending time, maybe 15 minutes, 4 minutes, and if you are the one who's in need for learning, then you should spend your time to listen to what the other person is trying to tell you. And this is not how healing or inner work is ever done. In other words, this month of October is all about reaping what you have sown. Those masculine twins who prefer to stay in abusive or unhealthy karmic connections. This could be your twin is married to a toxic karmic. Sometimes the karmic is a really nice person. They don't have to be toxic, but then a relationship is meant to end, okay? And maybe their role in their life ends. That's what I'm trying to say. But the more focus here in this month is for those masculine twins who have preferred to stay in unhealthy karmic connections. This month, they are being forced to take a decision to cut off and to choose their joy instead of clinging on to their past and those unhealthy behaviors that have always kept them stuck from moving forward. Okay, so it's like a 8 of Swords energy wherein someone is feeling stuck, although they are actually free to take the steps forward for their development. So it's like a transition from 8 of Swords to, let's say, a Fool's energy. You're ready to take action. Or the 9 of Cups, wherein you realize that, what, I have the power to control my life, and this is where my happiness lies. Spirit is saying time is up. The karmics' time is up. Masculine twins already knew that their connection with the feminine is truly divine. But before they physically separated from you, this physical separation was extremely important for both of you to individually grow in your respective lives. And before they could come forward and commit to this deep spiritual connection, because there's no doubt about the fact that the masculines have always felt safe in the feminine's presence. So all those masks and all those fears around commitment and marriage, or whatever it is, those emotions or too much control, they forgot about all those things in the presence of their feminine. Because why? Both of you were connecting from a place of unconditional love, which both of you never found otherwise from any of the relationships that you had. So that safety and that sense of comfort is always felt by both twins, no matter how far apart they are. And this is what empowers them to grow and take action in their life. And the result of this hermit mode, or the result of them distancing themselves from the feminine, is that now in this moment they are a brand new person with a brand new perspective. So even if the masculine twins don't cut off or end their toxic karmic partnership right away, or they are hesitant to do it, then something will happen. The universe will play things out in such a way that whoever is this toxic person in their life, they will be left behind, and they will be given this choice to be free from whatever this situation or person was for them. Okay. And obviously karmics are not just married people as in the spouse, but it could also mean parents, like toxic parents or toxic siblings, or toxic colleagues, or whatever. So anyone who's draining your energy and keeping you stuck. um, so this is the main thing that I'm seeing. So by the end of this month, I see that a lot of masculine twins will actually cut themselves off and take a stand for themselves. Okay. However, this will happen organically, and if any man or woman is constantly spying their twins' every move, that today he posted this, or today she ate this for breakfast, and the fact that now they both are not sharing the same bed with the spouse, or whatever such crap, this is an extremely codependent and a stalker like energy. So if anyone is placing their entire focus stalking and constantly monitoring their counterpart, it is my request to please stop this with immediate effect, else you will have to face a forced separation, and a very harsh separation, which will really throw you off guard. Okay. So spirit is saying, anyone exhibiting this kind of a behavior, please check yourself before you wreck yourself. However, obviously not everyone is stalking their counterpart, right? So as the month comes to an end, all the real twin flames will be, and the entire collective as such, will be ascending higher and awakening to their true divine self. New pathways will open up for you. And the biggest learning here is that reacting in the same way keeps you bound to that lesson. And then you remain stuck in this never ending karmic loop. So, when you are presented with the same situation over and over again, whether it is with your family or whether it is in your workplace, when something negative or toxic is appearing over and over again, you have to do something drastically different to change that. And this toxic cycle ends when you decide to no longer participate, thereby breaking the chains for good. Now, I understand that a lot of you may not be able to break away or, separate physically from, let's say, abusive parents, or let's say, abusive husband or wife. But the main point here is that even if you don't have the funds or the capacity to immediately physically separate, you still can do a lot of things. For example, not reacting in the same way, not encouraging any kind of arguments or drama. And if someone tries to instigate you, you just show them like you don't care. And this is how you start giving that vibe to the other person that I don't give a shit, and I am my own queen, or I am my own king, and I have a life of my own, and I'm focused on my goals. And trust me, when they see this kind of a action, or this kind of a continuous behavior, no nonsense attitude coming from you, a narcissist will derive maximum sadistic pleasure by seeing you in pain, by seeing you crying, or have constantly having to prove yourself to them. They get a lot of satisfaction and sadistic pleasure doing this. And you have to learn to stop giving them this pleasure. Okay. So understand that you are your own powerful person. Okay. No YouTuber, no teacher, guide can have this magic wand around you. ultimately you will have to take decisions for your own life. Okay, so this month is all about asking yourself that what am I going to encourage? Am I going to encourage that same kind of arguments and the same kind of behavior and the same kind of non-action, or am I going to stop participating and stop being a part of this toxic drama that drains my energy and that embroils me in everyone's business? You don't have to do that. And the flip side, by the way, now coming on to the final category, people who are single or married but using this tag of twin flame as a guise to hide behind their extramarital affairs and lustful affairs. I'm literally seeing a house on fire. Literally. Someone's house is on fire, it's burning. Someone's dirty secrets are being exposed. So, those of you who say, to others or to yourself, or you write in the comment section that your person cheated on you or they are never satisfied and they keep chasing other partners for their sexual gratification, I can 500% guarantee you such connections can never be twin flame connections. Okay? So people who are leading unethical, immoral lives, those who are hurting and manipulating others, this is the month when their true colors will be exposed. And I see a major downfall and a huge showdown in their life, which will be a direct result of their past misconducts. And this is exactly how karmic balance and karmic justice is being restored based on what we have done in the past or how we lead our life. Okay? No one is going to be spared. Everyone will be blessed with whatever they have done in the past. But overall, what I'm saying is that after 15th October, and once Mercury, the retrograde ends basically, things for the collective will begin to get smooth, and the good work that you have been doing, for those that have been actually putting in efforts, they are about to get recognized and rewarded in beautiful ways. So this is not really a time to jump into relationships. Instead, the last 3 months, use it as a time to rest, replenish, evolve, learn, polish your skills, and most importantly, release the past with forgiveness, with love. And this being today being the new moon day, visualize how you want your future to be. A lot of people suffer because they are constantly focusing on the lack and what is it that they don't want. But from now onwards, and I also mentioned in the community posts about the 90-day challenge, see it like a challenge. Use the last 3 months to visualize a positive, bright, abundant future for yourself. Every day before you sleep, think of all the things you want in your life and pray that you are guided to take actions towards those goals. And even if the progress is slow, doesn't matter, one step at a time. Okay, don't mix everything together, but take one step at a time. And this is how you will get all the tools and the ideas, whether through dream state or through sudden creative bursts of ideas, that what your life path ahead and what your mission in life is. This is how you're coming in to your full alignment as a light worker, as a twin flame on earth at this time, and how you're going to contribute your creative gifts to the world in whatever way that is best for you at this point. And finally, tomorrow we also have Navratri, an auspicious 9-day period symbolic of goddess Durga and her 9 different forms. So I sincerely pray that goddess Durga blesses each one of you to truly awaken to your inner divine power and to recognize that divine feminine within, so that you can discard all those behaviors and all that thinking and mindset which is distorted, and transmute it and come into your total transformational and awakened self. Okay, it would be a good idea if you can fast for 1 day or for 2 days between today and I believe the 15th. Between now and 15th, try and fast when you can, donate or volunteer where you can. These things will really help you, and find creative outlets for your inner peace. That's very important. Okay, and keep on doing the great work. uh, Even if you're not a twin flame, it's never the end of the world. But what is important is that you stop looking for the right man or the right woman and start becoming a right human being in the first place, because that is what sets the ball rolling. And remember that nothing is unfair. Everything happens based on the actions we take for ourselves and others. And that's all I can say. So take care, guys. Lots of love and have a fabulous day ahead. Bye.